Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome, my lovelies, to my Big Brother Season 25 cast assessments. Yes, the cast has dropped. It is finally
Yeah,
Big Brother season. We are here. We have
it's like it
arrived.
feels.
Thank God.
It's like yes, it's like it feels real. Finally, we see people, the people we're gonna be watching and rooting for and rooting against for the next 100 days. It's insanity, but I cannot wait.
Oh my God. Uh, and now the live feeds can start. I'll actually be like, oh, we have a show. But welcome,
Yeah,
guys. I am Mika from Entertainment with Color, and this is Janelle. How are you doing tonight, Janelle?
I'm good. I'm excited to talk about it. I'm excited to draft my winning team. Excited to give impressions. It's going to be fun.
Yes, I'm excited too. So we are just here to do a quick assessment based on just really quick information that we gathered today, really quick information that got put out on social media, and do a really quick draft because you know things are always subject to change, guys. Things are always subject to change. So
Yeah.
we're going to take this as this is the cast we will be seeing walking into the house that is behind me on Wednesday. And then if anything does change, we'll adjust as we go. So
Yep.
as Janelle said, these are the people we'll be either rooting for or rooting against. And I'm excited to watch. Here we go. So let's see. We're gonna start. Are we starting with the draft or you want to start with the cast?
Draft. So let's start with
Oh,
the draft and we can just chat about the people as we draft. So we'll let you go first. You're hosting. You get to go first. You get to pick your first person. Tell us why. We can share our thoughts on that first person. Don't pick anybody that I want.
oh, that's a lot of pressure. Oh my god. Who do I want? I think I want blue.
Really? That's
Yeah.
interesting. Why?
I have good vibes on her.
Yeah? I
Yeah.
don't. Not at
No?
all.
Really?
Oh, I mean, it seems like maybe like of the interviews that I watched, I
Mm-hmm.
watched Sharon's interview. That's the only thing I could squeeze in today. Excuse me. Her background was different than everybody else's. Everybody else was kind of in the DR type situation, and she wasn't. In her, hey Glenda, in her
Hi,
first,
Glenda.
and so it was different. So I don't know if she was a late add-in or something. Her video was really, really quick. It was only like 20 seconds long, but it was as if she were putting on for a camera,
Mm-hmm.
as if she were talking about an intro package more so than an interview, talking about strategy or how she was going to play. So it
Mm-hmm.
was really weird in that way. So I don't know. I don't have a lot of faith in her game. I think she's going to be interesting,
Yes.
entertaining, but I don't know. I think that she's going to be good at the game.
Okay, so this is why I'm picking blue. I do think she was an alternate.
Yeah.
Um,
That's your motivation?
Glenda said,
Yes,
"We got
Glenda.
yes." I do think that she was an alternate, but from what I'm seeing, she actually is a Big Brother fan.
Okay.
I heard rumors she might be a jailer.
Ooh,
Yes, and so that means if she's a jailer, that means that she probably watched live feeds.
okay.
Okay,
That's all good. I
so
mean, the alternate thing is in your favor. Last season, Joseph was an
mhm,
alternate. Fan
yeah,
fave. Everybody loved,
yeah,
who doesn't love Joseph? The season before that, Claire, she
yeah.
was an alternate. Gave us great stuff. So The alternates have been alternating or
Yeah.
alternating.
So that's really why I picked her. And if she's entertaining, I'll take it, whether she wins or not. You know, I like our entertainment. I'm just here for the entertainment.
Yeah.
I just want good feeds.
Yeah. Yeah. Me too. Me too.
So
Um,
that is why I picked Blue. But
yeah,
let's
I
get
agree,
some
Glenda.
information on Blue. So let's say, oh, she's second one. You see, no, did not do it. There we
Blue.
go. So Blue is 25 years old. She's originally from Riverside, California, but currently lives in New York City, which again, East Coaster, New Yorker, I'm a taker.
Okay.
And, and her occupation is brand strategist. So I'm hoping if she, like, hopefully she brings some sort of strategy, brand
Yeah.
strategist, um, even if it's a social strategist, because uh, if you think about it, you as a person can be a brand. So
Yeah.
she's going to have to sell herself, right?
Yeah.
So
Oh, yes.
you follow me, follow me.
Yes, I'm following.
So, she is a Leo, like our friend Joseph,
Tiffany.
the other alternate.
Oh, Tiffany's a Leo.
Uh, Yes, and she does have. I do have her social media here. She has an IG and a TikTok. She actually has quite a few followers on both. So
Hmm.
I'm hoping that Blue brings something. Maybe she might be the alt to win. Maybe,
Maybe.
maybe.
I'll be shocked.
I'll be
But
shocked, but
maybe.
I'm gonna take it.
Okay.
So
Let's see how Miss I like her name. I like unique names. I like her name. Let's see
yeah.
how Miss Blue does. But my first pick,
All
my
right.
first pick is
Hold on. Uh,
going to be Miss Nicole.
Damn it! I knew I should have said
Loved her. Loved from the moment she
I
opened
do
her
love
mouth, I was like, oh, that's my I already know. I gotta rock with her. She was like inspired by Xavier and Taylor. First words that came out of her mouth in the interview that I watched. She's smart, kind of sassy, seems a little bit cutthroat. She's money motivated, which I love. That
yeah.
means she's gonna fight for her game. Recently married, wanting to pay off that wedding. She's like, I did not blow up my life to come on this game and play somebody else's game.
Yeah.
So I think Miss McCall is out to win. I'm very interested to see what she's got. I'm very interested to see how she interacts and how she works with other people. I can't remember, I know you have her occupation, but I
Um,
just
I'll
absolutely
pull it.
love her.
I'll pull her up. Give me a sec. Listen, she would be my second draft pick. And really, like, I loved the one little video that she did where she said she's going to be the politician. She's going to kiss the babies and shake the hands and then stab you in the back. And I was like,
Yes,
yes,
yes.
bring
I
it! I
love her.
want to see.
Yes. I just love her energy. I think
I
she's
want
gonna
to
be
see it.
so spicy. Yes, I'm like so hyped for her.
Yeah. So we do know that Nicole is 30 years old. Her hometown is St. Louis, Missouri. Um, she is living currently in Upper Marlboro, Maryland, which is adjacent to DC, in which we know she did work in DC for a Democratic senator for 3 years, and she was a political consultant. She also is a pageant queen. She
Oh,
placed
see?
in the top 11 in Miss DC USA 2021. And
Yes.
so, good pick. Listen, she's a Cancer. Might be a little emotional, but listen, I'll take it. I will take it. Glenda is here for Nicole as well. She lives in
Oh,
her
live in
mother.
her mom's
Ooh,
neighborhood.
yes. I
Glenda,
love
I'm
it.
all about Miss McCole. I don't know. I just liked everything about her, loved her energy. I have so much faith in the fact that she's a newlywed, she's in a relationship. We don't have to worry about showman's drama. Like, I'm just excited. So, so, so excited for her.
Okay, so I think that's a good pick. She would have been my second pick. I'm going. The reason why I didn't pick her first is because I'm going against the Taylor type. I don't want to be
I can't help
biased.
it.
I don't want to be biased, so I am going against the type. But I think she's a
Mm-hmm.
great pick. I think. Listen, if she does well,
Mm-hmm.
I'm a ride for her regardless of who she's on, whose team she's on. So yes,
Yeah, I
I
really,
think
really,
she's a
really.
great pick. Okay, so next, let's see. Who am I going to choose? I think I might choose. I know it's probably gonna sound crazy. No, like, ooh, I really think I'm gonna choose Cameron.
Oh, okay.
And the reason I'm going to choose Cameron
Mm-hmm.
is he does seem like he's a Big Brother fan.
He does.
Hmm. He is a stay at home dad,
Yeah.
and he's well educated,
Mm-hmm.
and um, he's also used to be a high school football and basketball coach.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping he'll also bring the physical. Um, so listen, I liked some of his answers that he gave
Mm-hmm.
um, in the short videos that we got. I do really feel like it's annoying that they didn't allow for
Them
them
to ask
to,
questions.
yeah.
Linda doesn't know what she thinks about him. I liked him as well. I like the answers that he gave. He's clearly a super fan. He said he's going to downplay that. And he's been applying for a lot of years. So I just feel like those type of people are going to be passionate. They're going to fight for it. They're going to work hard and they know the show. So I have a lot of faith in Cameron. He's one of the top people that I was going to pick. So I think this is a really, really strong pick. I really,
Thank
really,
you.
really liked a lot of his
See, look at
answers.
that. I did too, and that's a lot of what I'm basing it on. Plus, I saw like a Reddit post that he did, and I was like, and where
What?
he was, yeah, like where he is like literally going off about people liking the Confederate flag and how it's
Oh.
like such a like anti-American thing to do, and I was like, damn, I might have to stand a white guy.
Yes, I did not see that. Cameron. Yes, we're
Yes.
rooting for Cameron.
Yeah, so um, compared to some of the other guys, I really did like his answers. So as I said with Cameron, he is from Georgia, um, and he's a stay-at-home dad. He does say that he in some of his, I think one or two of his interviews, he's like he's gonna miss his daughter that he has.
Aw.
He's also a Pisces, and I do like a water sign. So yeah, I mean, while we didn't get too much information about him, I
Mhm.
what his answers I did like. So
Yeah. Okay, I have faith in him. I'm excited to see what he's got.
awesome.
My next pick, this guy really impressed me. I don't know what I thought he was gonna say,
Hmm.
but in his interviews with Sharon, it wasn't really with her, but the ones that I watched on her platform, I just really liked his answers.
Yeah.
I thought he was thoughtful. I'm talking about Jag. I love
Jag.
Jack.
Okay.
Yes, I
Yes,
think
I did.
he's
I did like his answers too. I did too.
yeah, I think he's about to tear it up. He seems like he just really has thought about this for a long time and he knows what he wants to do. Sorry, I'm looking for what I wrote down about him. I said I loved his energy. He seemed super social. I don't know. He had a welcoming spirit to me. Like once he started talking and talking about how he felt, I feel like I would want to engage with him. I'd want to have a conversation with him and like rebuttal a lot of the things that he said. So I
Yeah.
think that that energy is going to rub off on other people. He's talking about he wants to have a really strong social game. I love a good social game. So I am all in on Jag. He's gonna lie.
Yeah.
I think
So
he's also an entrepreneur. He said,
yes.
he's a real estate. He does real estate. He's gonna downplay all of that. I think he said he's gonna say he's a substitute teacher and something about a coach. But I am excited about him, and we've never had anybody like him on our show. I hope he,
Yeah.
I hope he kills it.
So we do know that Jag is 25 years old. He's from Omak, Washington, and he does own a truck company. And he is the first Sikh house guest to compete.
Good for him.
Um, and let me see. I have some other information. Let's see. Oh no, that was it. He's well educated as well. From what I could see, and I agree with you. I liked his answers. He also seems like a fan.
Yep.
Um, I'm not sure if it's like closer to a you and I fan or a longer fan, but he did seem to be. But his age, he's 25, so he could be a longer time fan, but again, he's young. So I
Yeah.
do think that his answers were pretty well rounded. That
Yeah.
I do think that he could do very, very well.
Yeah.
I did see on Twitter he had a photo with Brett Champagne from BB23. So I don't know what
Okay.
that means. But apparently he met him or did something. I think on his Instagram, he also is involved in the Special Olympics.
Yeah.
So listen, I think this is a good pick. I think he will absolutely be sociable and personal. If not, hopefully we'll see some strategic prowess come out of him this
Hmm.
season. So yes, good pick. I like that.
Yeah, I like him.
Oh, ooh, me again. Oh, ooh, ooh, I'm conflicted. Ooh, 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 ooh. All right, I'm going to pick. Mm, I'm going to pick Kirsten.
Okay.
I'm going to pick Kirsten. Um, and I'm going to pick Kirsten because, first of all, shout out to she's a fellow Caribbean queen. So
She is.
she is from Dominica. So let me see if I can pull up her bio here. Um, so yes, here we go. So she is 25. She is residing in Orlando, Florida, but she is from. Let me see. Stupid things from her face. She is from Dominica, which if you have not been visited Dominica, which I have actually been to the island of Dominica. I actually went when I went on my honeymoon because I did a Southern Caribbean cruise with my ex husband, and that is one of the islands that we visited. And I will say it is very limited in resources, but it is gorgeous. It
Mhm.
like the people are fairly poor, but happy people, beautiful, hardworking. Um, and we see that in Kirsten. She is currently residing in Houston, Texas, but she's a microbiologist.
Yeah,
And
she's smart.
so she is smart.
Hmm.
Um, and I'm hoping she's going to bring both brains and beauty to this. And I'm just excited to see what she can bring. She's also a Scorpio. So, like I said, I like me some water signs. And yeah, like I'm excited to see what she can do melding like I'm hoping it's not just brains and beauty, but she'll be able to also be relatable and personable in the house.
Yeah, yeah,
Her answers that we got were like very slim. I feel like slim
yeah,
pickings, and that's the only thing that concerned me. It was like,
yeah.
ooh, we didn't get a lot from her, but we
We do
also didn't get a lot from some of the other people, and that's the only reason why I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pull the trigger on yours.
Um, I really like that she talked about wanting to win the money to help her family, some here, some
Mhm.
back home. I love that about her. I love that she shared that about her. And to me, like I said, it's just motivation. I like to know
Yes.
what is driving people, and people ride for their family. If she knows that she can change the lives of those she cares about, she's just going to go that much harder. Now, I agree. Some of her answers, I was like, and I've already seen the buzz on Twitter. They're rubbing people the wrong way. She talked about wanting to get in a big alliance and just steamrolling to the end.
Yes, I love. I thought that was hilarious because I'm like, no, that's not
but
what it.
but the fandom is not a fan of that, for the most part. Usually that's not what they like to see. It's boring, blah, 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 which I get.
Yeah.
But I thought her answers, like you, were very, very surface level. I don't know. I did not get a good sense that she really knows this game at all.
Hmm.
Um, so I hope I'm all wrong. I hope she gets in there, hooks up with good people, and like is great. I'm just wishing that to be true. I don't know if it will be, but I guess time will tell.
Right.
So until
At least I didn't feel like she was lying to us like a certain person who I'm like very skeptical on some of their answers, but yeah, I'm sure we'll eventually get there. But yeah,
so Miss Kristen, I'm rooting for you. I hope you do well. I hope I'm completely wrong and you blow me out of the water. I want to see you win, but let's see how it goes.
yeah,
Okay.
uh,
The next person that I am going to go with is Miss America.
okay.
I
Okay, see,
mean,
now I'm shocked at this one for you.
really?
Yeah.
I liked her. Like when she was talking, she said she was a Big Brother super fan. She seemed super, super eager to play. She said she wants to play the type of game that she enjoys watching, which I thought that was
Mhm.
interesting. So she said she wants to lie, she wants to backstab, she wants the blind side. So she made me excited. She knows the show, she knows the game, she's been watching. So I have some faith in Miss
Mhm.
America. I think she's so cute. So I don't know. I don't know. I hope she does well. I liked her energy. I don't know. I liked her.
So we do have America Lopez. She is 27 years old from Edinburgh, Texas. She is currently residing in my birthplace, Brooklyn, New York, as a medical receptionist. But apparently, she went to an Ivy League
Yeah.
college,
Mm-hmm.
which she said she will not be telling people because she does not want them to target her. She does seem like a fan. The only issue for me was she came off as a fan the way that Alyssa came off as a fan last year, in
Mm-hmm.
that she just like kind of watched the show.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see
But
that.
and like so she'll know some basic things like not to volunteer for the block. But I'm not sure how like actually strategic she's going to be.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. Because she
Yeah.
said that her family makes their summers about Big Brother, and they all watch it. So
Yeah.
I
That
that's
that's the part that was like, oh my god, this sounds just like Alyssa. This sounds just like Alyssa. I'm like, oh god,
yes,
no.
and I guess you could go with how
Yeah.
deep do you dive into things? Are you just watching episodes, or are
Yeah.
you reading all the behind the scenes and keeping up with what's actually happening? That I don't know.
Right.
But she sparked my interest. I think she's cute. I like her energy. I like her personality. So come on, Miss America, bring it home for me,
Yeah.
please.
Every question she was like very engaging. She's very bubbly.
Yeah.
I said she might not be my pick, but I
Mhm.
can see her doing well socially because of her personality alone.
Yeah.
She
Yep.
is very well, not, I don't want to say engaging, but she's very like bubbly, like people like that.
Yeah.
And so we see, it definitely could absolutely be a good pick. Hi, how are
Hey.
you?
Stopping in to say thank you. I appreciate
For
you.
coming. Okay, so America, you got picked. Ooh,
Oh, let me
Jesus.
say, I hope she shares a little bit about why that name was chosen for her. I'm curious. I've never met somebody named America.
Yeah. So we have on this cast, we have an America,
A
and we
red
have a red,
and a blue.
and a blue, and the only thing we were missing was white. So.
Right.
uh, uh, unless somebody's name converts to white that we don't know. But let me see. Ooh. Mm. All right. I'm gonna pull the trigger.
Oh no, what? On who?
I'm gonna take Jared. I'm gonna take Jared.
Jared. Oh! You know
I'm gonna
what?
take Jared. Sorry.
Whatever. I'll take him next.
And so if you don't know Jared, so let me introduce him properly
I'm so mad.
before we get to why we Jared. And so we have Jared Fields. And Jared Fields is age 25. His hometown is Norwalk, Connecticut. He is an exterminator. I do have his IG and TikTok on here. But he is the son of four-time Survivor player and recent first Traitors USA winner, the Queen Cerie Fields.
Oh my god, I
She was also
love
a snake in
Serena.
the grass, right? She was a snake in the grass, right?
Yes. She's
Listen,
also a
I
Trader too.
love Cerie. I
Love, love,
love
love.
her. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say, I'm not going to think that he is Cerie.
Right. Of course not.
But from what I could see today all over social media, he knows a lot of Big Brother players,
He
a lot
does.
of Survivor players. He knows a lot of people.
Yeah.
And they've known that he's been going to be on this show. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping they gave him tips. He is coming in here with the best tip that he said he's going to not tell anybody who his mama
His
is.
mom is. Listen, though, I agree. Smart, smart. However, it's very likely that Corey could know who he is.
Right.
Corey, for those who, there's a guy on here named Corey. He is the brother of a person on Survivor 42. The person that his brother didn't last long. He went out like first or second on his tribe, something. But so he tweeted that, because let me rewind. Jared, Jared came on a family visit with his mom on the most
Yes.
recent season that she was on, which was Game Changers. So
Yes.
the audience, Survivor fans, if you pay attention, if you rewatch seasons, would have seen Mr. Jared's face on Game Changers when he visited his mom.
Yes.
So I'm worried that Corey will know who he is. His brother Zach
Mm-hmm.
tweeted that they definitely watched that season, and they definitely watched that season more than one time. But he
Right.
doesn't know if his brother would recognize Jared. Now, I'm hoping that if he does, Corey sees him as an ally and not a
Right.
threat just because of who his mother is. And
Right.
I hope it binds them together and they march
Right.
forward. That's what I'm praying. I don't want anybody to recognize him and be like,
Right.
that's Cere's son. We got to get him out of here. I would, my heart would be broken for him, you know?
Right.
So, and Red watches too. So I'm like, oh,
So this
no.
is the thing. He does look different. When I saw the picture, let me see if I can find that picture. I'm trying not to run too many things on here at once, but when I looked at the picture, he looked a bit different though.
I mean, it was
So
like,
he
I
was
don't
a
even know how
younger.
many,
He
eight
what was that?
plus
Maybe
years
like
ago
4 or 5 years ago.
or more.
Yeah.
What's
Okay.
he
So
like? I don't
even
even
worse.
know. It's in
So
the 30s.
he.
It's like 30.
So he.
Terrible.
Okay. So this is the thing. He does look different. Ugh, my Twitter has to load. Let me. So while that loads, I do think it's a good strategy not to tell people who his mother is. But I also think between him knowing a lot of BB players, a lot of Survivor players, um, that he has built a good camaraderie in on his own in the alumni. That they would have given him some tips and tricks on what to do in the house. I
Yeah.
also think that he will know that if there's any like Survivor or Big Brother players in there to try to players, um, how do you say it? Fans in there
Mm-hmm.
to either try to downplay who he is, or also like with the Corey situation, try to see if he can align himself with Corey,
Yeah.
because I think, and they're at to be fair, they're going to be two of the youngest ones in the house
Yeah.
because most of the guys are older than them.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I'm hoping that will bond them.
Mm-hmm.
His answers, um, he did say that he grew up watching Big Brother, which makes sense because again, his mom was on Survivor, so CBS Family, that does make sense.
Yeah.
Um, I'm hoping that they downplayed him in his interviews because they gave us practically nothing.
Yeah. I mean, his interview wasn't too long. Some of the things he said just sound like
Yeah,
Suri in the sense that he was talking about downplaying himself and not making
right.
his presence known until it's needed. That's so Suri. She plays in the back, she
Yeah,
downplays, blah blah blah, and she keeps going, keeps going, keeps going, keeps going. I know he has a lot of people around him in this community that he's met and interacted with and that he could have gotten advice from. And a lot of
yeah,
the buzz around him is because of who his mom is. That's the only reason there's all this buzz around him. So I'm worried
right,
for him in the sense that all these eyeballs on him, high hopes because of who his mom is. People tend to overanalyze or scrutinize. So I hope everybody remembers to be kind. And this is just this 25-year-old kid out here trying his best, doing his best. And we shouldn't hold him to any sort of standard different than anybody else playing. So I hope everybody's realistic in that sense and doesn't have a
yeah,
microscope on him as far as good behavior or possible bad behavior or anything like that. So that's the only thing I worry about. I was like, dang, this guy, I don't want him to like just have that microscope on him and just be scrutinized because of who his mom is, you know? But I have high
right,
hopes. I really, really want him to do well. I really, really want him to go far. So I hope he gets in some solid alliances. Nobody knows who he is and he can just go for it, you know?
right. And I do think one thing he will be able to, I think, handle is the length of time because we are going into a 100-day season.
Oh,
And if laying low and laying back might be the way to go in order to stay the length of the season.
yeah. So many people are
And
saying that though.
that's his mother's game.
Yes. But have you noticed how many people are saying that? I just want to lay low. I just want
Huh?
to like chill in the background. I'm like, y'all can't chill. So I'm just interested to see. I'm Team
Yeah, I was
Jared
gonna
all
say
the way.
a lot of people were saying that, and we
Yeah, a
all
lot.
know half of them ain't laying low. We know they ain't laying low.
Shay said she had no idea. I wonder if
They
she
just
knows
not.
who Suri is, or if she watched Survivor, or if she's a fan of Survivor. Because literally, if you're any kind of like serious fan, I feel like you would have seen this kid. I've seen him with
Mhm.
Bryce and Wendell and at events and blah 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 blah. And he does music actually. He's like
Mhm.
a rapper. So
Which okay. So this is what he looks like on Game Changers, I believe.
oh, he's so
I
tiny
just I
compared to
just
now with more hair.
yeah. He's just a different kid.
Glenda said it took us too long to pick Jared. Sorry, Glenda. Yes, he does look like a kid there. He does. You're absolutely right. And
Yeah.
I think the shorter haircut's gonna just fare well because you really have to be thinking to recognize somebody as Cerie's son. You really
Yeah.
got to be thinking hard. I can't say. I feel like if I looked at him and I seen his smile, because he looks just like her. Like he
Yes,
looks
he
just
does.
like
That's
her.
the
So
only thing.
can't even.
That
You
is the
can't even.
only thing. He looks like
Yes,
her. He looks like
yes. Like his smile, his eye, like his eyes, his nose, his smile. I'm like, that is Cerie. So
yes.
the Survivor super fans are going to be. He needs to scope out who are the fans and fill them out. The Survivor fans and fill
Ugh.
them out. How much of a fan? What's your favorite seasons? Who's your favorite player? He needs to scope that out to know who could possibly figure this drama out. Because I don't. I'm just going to be so heartbroken if that happens to him.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we're gonna pray that doesn't happen to him, but I'm gonna snap him up right now just in case. I'm hoping for good things. I'm hoping for good things. So I
Okay.
do have Jared on my team.
Oh, okay. The next person I'm gonna pick, I'm just gonna go with the next Survivor guy. Now look, when I saw like some pictures of him and Zach, I'm like, oh, he looks like he's 12. He looked a little geeky. I'm like, I had zero faith. Like
Mm,
that's terrible, but I had zero faith. Then I watched his interview and I liked him. I thought he was funny. Like when he
yeah.
talked about like my face is a 9, my body is a 7, my this I think he's gonna give good DRs. I
Hmm.
know he's a fan. I know he has watched. He's like, I'm just good enough at things, but I'm not too good. Nobody's gonna look at me and think of me as a challenge threat. I can get along with most people, so I think I'll have a decent social game. I think I'll do good with comps and blah 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 blah. I liked what he had to say, and he sold me on just a couple of minutes of an interview in having more faith than I ever thought I would have in him going into the game. So I think he's a dark horse. My only thing is,
Okay.
I'm not sure when I just look at the cast who he might link up with, who he might rock with. That part I'm not. I hope it's Jared first and
Mm.
foremost, but I just don't know about that part. But I don't know. I liked him once he started talking. I think he's funny. He's gonna give good DRs in my opinion. I am Team Corey. What did you think, Tamika?
So this was my concern. Um. Ooh, 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 ooh. All right. Hold on a second. Um. So this was my concern with him. He's very young.
Very. Hey,
Very young.
Valencia.
Hey, Valencia. I think so Glenda
Same
did say, I
Glenda.
don't think anybody would suspect Cerie's son. However, I'm scared that Corey might notice it. The thing is, we kind of sort of hope he does notice him. Kind of, sort of. Kind of,
If it's
sort of.
gonna be good though, and I have a feeling that Corey would use this as a bonding thing and not
Mm-hmm.
be threatened by Jared and see that he's another person at least closer to his age than some of the other men, right? Jared's young, he seems
Mm-hmm.
physical, he says he knows the game, he has strategy. So I'm really, really hoping that Corey meets him and he sees this as an opportunity to have a strong ally as opposed to being scared of him. Because just because somebody's mother is good at a game doesn't
Right.
mean their kid's going to be. I mean, I hope he is, but it doesn't
Right.
automatically equal that. So I'm hoping that Corey sees this as a plus and a reason for them to work together. Like, not come on, Corey, you're my hope in this.
Right. So Corey is 21. He's from Weston, Florida. He's a college student currently attending Vanderbilt University,
Mhm.
studying poli sci and communication. So those are really good careers for this. Um,
Yeah.
and he helped found the school's forensic team.
What?
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm all
So
for it.
I think he's well rounded. I
Hmm.
worry about his age.
Yeah.
100 days as a 21-year-old in the house. It's a
Yeah.
lot. It's a
Yeah.
lot.
I completely agree.
It's a lot.
Yeah. I just
That would
hope.
be
I'm having hope.
yeah. And only I only say that because like even with what we saw like with Turner last year, I feel
Hmm.
like a lot of things that Turner went through throughout the season, sometimes he would be like weepy and crying and he missed his girlfriend
Hmm.
um and I think it's age. It's an age factor.
Yeah.
And also Turner was very susceptible to having being told what to do and following along with that,
This
right?
is
So
true. Yeah.
this is the age factor. So I do hope that if they do, like being the two youngest in the house will help them bond. Them being related to surviving players would help them bond, and that
Mhm.
will be something that could like help propel them forward in building something long term. Now, the only thing with Corey is he also said he wants to be the first HOH, and it's like, dude, why?
Another person said that, and I can't remember who off the top of my head. To me, being the first HOH could be a positive if you do it right. If you
Mm-hmm.
use that HOH, unlike Daniel,
Mm-hmm.
to build an alliance and start getting people around you and in your corner and solidifying something, then it could be great. So as long as he handles the first HOH the right way, I think it could be okay. I think it could be perfectly fine. He said that if he does not win the first HOH, then he plans to downplay himself. He doesn't think he'd be viewed as a threat. I agree. Hopefully he won't feel like the annoying little brother to some of the older cast. So I have faith. Like I said, after his interview, I have faith. He's gonna do
Right.
well, he's gonna win, blah, 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 blah. Win competitions. Like I think he's capable. And he seems self-aware. Like he talked about what he's good at, what he's not good at, what he thinks could work for him and what could be against him. So he's thinking about all these things. So I have faith in Mr. Corey.
Okay.
So
We
who
will
you
see
pick?
how. Ooh, we will. We will see how well he does. Okay. I am going to pick next. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay. I definitely know who I do not want. That's the. There's two people on here I don't want. I don't. I like. I want nothing to do with them. Um, I do think though I'm gonna pick Matt.
Matt. Oh. Okay. Why?
And I am picking Matt.
Mhm.
While he's coming in with a slight disadvantage, I do think he kind of has an advantage.
I know. Listen, when he said that, I was like, ooh.
Yeah, yeah. So it's like downside, upside, downside, upside, downside, upside. But we do have Matt. How do you say it? Klotz? Klotz?
Wait a second. For
And
those
he is
who,
27 years old.
mhm.
Go ahead.
I was
Can you
going to
hear?
say for those in the chat, what we're speaking about is Matt shared that he is hearing impaired. So I was like, oh, that's gonna be hard in Big Brother because everybody's whispering and you want to hear like what's going on beside you or whatever. But he also shared that his secret power is gonna be he can read lips. So people can be sitting across the room if they're speaking, he could read what they're saying. That could be
Yeah,
pivotal if he could get
yeah.
away with it. I don't know how much you could
Yes.
stare at people before they're like, oh, wait a minute, you know what I mean? Or
Ooh, what's he
if I
doing?
were in
Yeah.
a game like, huh?
I,
What'd you
I was
say?
gonna say they're like, wait, what's he doing?
Yeah. But honestly, in a game like this, if I were just entering a game and I had the knowledge that somebody's hearing impaired, I would think about that. Can they read lips? Like, I really honestly would think about that. So I don't know if other people will, if they'll pick up on it. I wouldn't know he had any sort of um, hearing loss if he hadn't shared that. So I didn't have too much faith in his answers or anything like that, but I thought the reading lips thing
Yeah,
was interesting.
yeah. So I'm only picking him for a couple reasons. He's 27. He's from Cameron Park, California, but currently living in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. He is a Deaf Olympics gold medalist, where he is, I believe, uh, where is it? He is a multiple world record holder in the Deaf Olympics for the 50-meter back and the 50-meter free.
Yeah.
So he's athletic. And I mean, like, we don't need him to be more athletic than that, to be fair,
Right.
because that's going to
Yes.
be an advantage for him. um, so, like I said, he has some disadvantage, but he also has advantage. I think he's good looking. So I think like he might be able to get away with stuff because they're like, oh, he's deaf. Oh, but he looks athletic. Oh, but he's deaf.
I'm trying to
So
look at him. I never
it's
like when
like
I looked at
he might
him.
get underestimated. He might get underestimated.
See, I think they'll look at him and think threat. And you
He
said
might
he's
get
good
underestimated.
looking. I don't think he's good looking. But maybe it's the hair. I don't like his
Meaning, like,
hair.
muscles. Oh well, I'm not talking about hair. I'm talking about like muscles and all that stuff. Like
He's
they're going
built.
to think, yes, yes, yes. But I think they will, like, I think they're going to underestimate him. I think as people, we sometimes our first instinct is to underestimate people with a disability because
Mm-hmm.
ableism, until
Right.
those people prove us wrong, right?
Right.
So
Right.
it would behoove him to kind of, don't go in there comp beasting, you know, at all. Um, but we will see. I'm trying to think of anything else that we found about him. He's still been training. He says he watched Big Brother in between training, so he does know the show. But that, if he's training, I'm sure he's not watching live feeds, so he's watching an edited show. Um, let's see what he could bring. I'm
Okay.
okay with my choice here. I'm okay.
Okay. I think. Oh, this is getting hard.
It is, because I know there's some people I really do not want.
Oh, and I don't know who that is.
Mhm.
Um. All right. I'm gonna go with Izzy. I
She
don't
was one
know.
of them.
Huh? What'd you say?
She was one of them.
You don't want
She
her?
was one of them.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
No.
Well, I didn't have to fight for her. Of course, I like
Yeah.
that she wants to come in and rep her community. I always like feel like connect with people like that, that something means something to them like that. She said now that she watched all the seasons twice since January. I don't know how that's possible exactly.
Why are
Well,
you
maybe
lying?
That is a lot of TV. I don't. You'd probably literally have to be watching that. That's a lot of TV. Um.
You know that I watch a lot of TV, and I can't get through big. And I haven't gotten through Big Brother 3, and I started it 2 weeks ago.
Well, maybe she watches TV while she works, Tamika. I don't know.
Gotta
I
be.
liked her, I liked her energy. Um, I don't know. I just there was something about her that gave me faith about her in this game. You're making me question myself.
I just want listen. My only thing is, why you lying, and why is it a clear lie?
I know when she said I watched every season, I was like,
That's all
oh. And
I
then
did.
she said
Like,
twice. I
don't
said
lie to
no.
me.
um,
Like,
I
don't.
don't know.
And if you're going to lie to me better. Is my thing.
Well, she said she wanted to be authentic about everything about herself. She's not going to lie about anything about her personally. Who can keep up lies for 100 days? I have no idea. Some of the lies that I heard people wanting to tell, I'm like, okay, but are you going to remember that like forever? Like, it's hard to just be around living, having conversations, and remembering lies about your life that are significant. So I like that she wants to be authentically who she is. She doesn't want to lie. She wants to keep it all out there, wants to lay low and then pop out towards the middle later of the game. So I don't know. I liked Izzy. I want to see what she's got. I want to see what she's gonna do. So I guess we'll find out if I was a good choice or not.
Right. Yeah, no, that was my whole thing. I was like, girl, you're lying. There's no way. There's no way. It
Unless she's
took my
watching like those you ever
I
see
mean,
those compilations on YouTube where
oh yes. Oh, it's Big Brother in 7 hours or whatever.
yeah, they speed up a season and like they tell you everything in like a short amount of time. Maybe she meant that. I don't know, but come on,
God,
Izzy.
there's no way. There's no way. No way. And she says she's taken. So that means that she has a partner. So
Yeah.
no way. No way. Absolutely no way. Like if you're single, maybe.
Yeah.
No way. Sorry.
Maybe her partner takes care of her so she can watch all of the Big Brother seasons. I don't
All
know.
day. All day. God.
All
Oh
right,
my
Miss
God.
who's it gonna be?
Oh, oh my God. I'm gonna go ahead and pick. Ooh, jeez. No, I don't want him. I know. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pick uh Miss Felicia.
Ugh. She was my next pick.
Yeah, I
I
mean
can
she
see
gotta
her.
be. Um, now I know she. Well, let me pull her up properly. Um, so Miss Felicia Cannon
Mhm.
is 63 years old. She is from Tacoma, Washington, but she currently resides in Kennesaw, Georgia. She is or was a real estate agent. Now, I can't figure out if that's an is or was, but she is
Mhm.
also the first woman over 60 to compete. And some other
Yeah.
information I got about her, she was a security police officer for the U.S. Air Force for
Oh.
20 years until 2002. So that was one of her retired jobs. So I can't figure out if the second retired job is this real estate agent or she's a real estate agent. But I loved her interview. I loved all her
Yeah.
interviews. She's personable. It's like if she is a real estate agent, I'm sure she's doing well because she is so personal. And then on top of that, to find out she used to be a a police officer for the U.S. Air Force.
Mhm.
That means she's got to be strong and smart. Um, Now she is older, so there are downsides to that because
Yeah.
she might not be as physically prowess as somebody else. Fine. That being said, if she gets herself in the right alliance, they could take
Mhm.
her far,
Yeah.
and they might think, oh, we're going to beat her. And she
Mhm.
could just cut them off at the knees. We don't know. We don't know.
Okay. I liked a lot of her answers were interesting. She said that she thinks that her age and experience is only going to be an advantage. I
Hmm.
liked how she talked about she's not worried at all about connecting with the younger people. Her son is 25, so she's hoping that she's going to be
Perfect.
able to connect with all the younger people. I do not like that. Like the next youngest person, I believe, is like 54 or something. So I
Hmm.
feel like if they're going to cast diversely as far as age, don't make some like a big gap between
Yeah.
the people. And that way, I wish there was some little sprinkled in the middle. But I had a lot of faith in her after her answers, especially with connecting with young people and not being worried about that. She's 63, but she must be capable to do what they plan on putting forth, or they wouldn't put her on the show. I hope there's a
Right.
lot of diversity in challenges, and it's not just who could run the fastest and go get that piece over there and run it back. You
Right.
know what I mean? So I hope they really, really, really mix it up. So the only thing I worry about is I never want people to like look at her and think, easy vote. She's the oldest. She's not going to be a
Yeah.
threat. That's somebody easy to throw up there. So I hope
Yeah.
that doesn't happen for her. But I really liked her. I liked her energy. I like what she had to say. So I'm hoping that Miss Felicia has a good run in this game.
Yeah. As a security police officer for the U.S. Air Force, that means she had to have attention to detail. She had to be
Mm-hmm.
able to spot things, memorize things. So I have high hopes for her in some of these memory problems if they bring them on.
Yeah.
Um, so I agree, her age and her experience is only going to be an advantage in those respects. Her age is a disadvantage in that maybe she's not as physical as somebody else, and you don't have to be. It should not be that way. It's a house with people in it.
Yeah.
So I agree with you. I hope people don't just try to throw her up as a pawn or as an easy kick off because she's older.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that she shows that she can bring something. Oh, I forgot to mention Blue. I think did mention that she said she was it Blue that said she was going to cook. One of
I
them
don't
said,
know.
yeah, in the interview. So I'm like, depending on like, can you cook? That like bringing some more to the table is going to be helpful to her. So I'm excited to see what Felicia does. So I'm happy with this pick. She wasn't higher up on my list just because like it's not even her. It's that people look at her and will be like, oh, so we might as well just get her out the house because she's not going
Yeah.
to be helpful to us. And I
Yeah.
do hope that having people, while yes, they are like a little further apart in age. She said she is going to tell them she's a lot younger than she is,
I
which
think
she could get
53.
away with. Yeah, which I think she could get away with, but
Yeah.
also that will land her a little closer to their age because Hisam is 45, and I think is it Red that's 55.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So hopefully her doing that kind of gets her in there, and then
Mm-hmm.
that way they ever do find out her real age, it's like, oh my god, I can't believe it because she's done so much at that point. So I'm excited to see what Felicia does.
Me too. Come on, Miss Felicia. Let's get it. Okay. Now, all of these people, I didn't like love anybody. So I'm just gonna go
Mhm.
with not necessarily who like I was personally drawn towards. I'm gonna
Mhm.
go with who I think might do decent. So I'm gonna go with is it Hassam? You said that's how you say his name?
He's some,
Hisam?
I think.
Okay. And
It- Joseph said it depends because his name is I think Arabic. it depends
Yeah.
on how it's written. So we'll find out like exactly how to pronounce it when he starts the show. But
Yeah.
right now we're gonna go with some.
I thought it was sweet when he talked about how he works with older people and that has really given him appreciation for life and really wanting to live his life to the fullest. That's one of the reasons why he decided to come on Big Brother. I thought that was sweet. That was a little bit endearing. And I'm hoping that him having a relationship with older people might connect him to Miss Felicia. So when I thought that, I was like, oh, Miss Felicia and him maybe can connect. I
Hmm.
really liked how he talked about wanting a ride or die and wanting someone that was maybe like equally
Hmm.
yoked as far as capabilities. I thought that was smart. I think ride or dies are smart and important in this game. Now, it did get a little much when he started talking about he's like, I want to create two groups on two different sides. Me and my ride or die will ride in the middle and bounce back and forth and keep them at each other, blah blah blah. That could
Hmm.
work, but like that's a very very specific plan, and it's not as if you could just easily make that scenario and it's going to go exactly like that. It's not that simple. So the way he was describing it made me think that like uh he just was unrealistic in that way to think that it's just going to happen. Do you know what I mean? It's a good plan, but you might not be able to create that
Yeah.
structure like that. Two different sides and him and his buddy just ride the middle. It's great if you can, but it's not that easy.
Yes.
So you can't always have control like that. So I'm interested to see if he can get his plan going or adapt when it doesn't go. But I had a little bit of faith in him.
So we do have his he is 45 years old. He is from Minneapolis, Minnesota, and he's currently living in Seattle, Washington. And as Janelle stated, he is a geriatric physician. He is Muslim. He is a gay man. He appeared in an indie LGBT flick. He has run for Seattle City Council. He is
Oh,
potentially of Egyptian descent. So I this was actually my next pick. So you did get get them before me, but I agree with you. Out of the people that are left, I did like his answers just slightly better.
yeah.
Um, he I am concerned with some of his rigidness. He's giving Michael. He's giving Michael.
Really?
Like 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 all these plans, but like you're just because you have to be able to adjust. And there was times when I wanted to slap Michael because it was like you're getting mad because your plan didn't work, but you also have to adjust your plan.
Yeah. Yeah, I
So
don't know how.
I'm
Sorry.
just concerned, like you said. No problem. I'm just concerned, like you said, that he is too rigid for the show, and I couldn't gauge how much of a fan he was actually of the show.
Agree. I don't know that either.
Listen, which I'm a new fan. Thank Taylor Hill for bringing me here because I literally only here because of her. So it's not a downside. It just to have those sort of plans in your head kind of tells me you're not really as much of a fan because you would know that you have to have like an A and a B, like I'm gonna go in this way, but that's what Michael said. He thought he was gonna go in and be one way. He was gonna get the first HOH. He was gonna do this. He was gonna do that, and then it didn't work that way. And then he won how many comps because he just he just thought he had to win out at that point.
Yeah, they just coined him as a super fan right away and stuck him up there.
Yeah.
Hopefully he does well. I really, really, really hope. So let's see. Who are you going to pick next, Miss Tamika?
Whoa, Lord Jesus. We're getting down to the wire. Ugh. These are like the people I literally did not want. Um, Jeez. I'm between two people. Okay. Oof. I think she. I think she might be first boot, but I'm gonna take her.
Oh,
Bowie.
Miss Bowie. Okay.
Yes.
She was interesting.
Okay. She was, and I'm gonna tell you why. The reason why she is like a lot lower on my thing, and I'm just like, ugh. And it's so funny to me because she reminds me of like a cross between Nicole and Terrence. I'm like, how the fuck did they do?
All right, explain this. Let me hear it, Tamika.
But she is 45 years old from Melbourne, Australia. She's currently living in Los Angeles. Her DJ is her occupation is set as barrister slash DJ, and she does go by DJ Bowie Jane on both TikTok and IG. Now, from what I've gathered about her, from scouring the different things that have come out, barrister, she was a criminal trial attorney in Australia, where she worked in money laundering and tax fraud.
Mm.
And then the Daily Mail outed her as outed her DJ identity, her secret DJ identity in 2013.
Outed her secret DJ. That's interesting. See, that
Yes.
just sparked
So
a little bit of
she's
interest. I did not know that.
so she's an interesting person. This being said, she is used to watching the Australian version of Big Brother,
Yep.
not our version. She's seen
Mhm.
our version, but she is used to in her head. Our version is cutthroat.
Yeah, she's
She
like
says,
they are. You can. She's like American version is so much nastier. She's like they're so nasty. I'm like yeah, girl.
yeah. So I've never watched the Australian version of Big Brother,
I
but
think the
she also
fans
says
have more to do in the Australian version, or they have more of a say or something over there.
right. So
Yeah.
it's more like season one where it,
Mhm.
it's a popularity contest. Same thing we saw with Indy last year. Brazil picks the winner. Australia picks the winner. This is not that. We are
Right.
not that.
Right.
So I don't know how much of that will play into her game. But the fact that she's an attorney and she was an attorney for many years,
Yeah.
um, listen, for working in fraud, uh, tax fraud is that you have to do a lot of interviews. You're constantly trying to gain and garner information. Same thing
Yeah.
with money laundering. Um, I'm hoping she will bring that to the table,
Yeah.
being able to spot lies and deception and be able to use that to her advantage
Yeah.
or to a team's advantage if she gets in good. Um, Now, I don't know how she is as a DJ. I don't know how personable she is. I don't know,
I
but
didn't know that.
yeah. So that's why she's a lot lower on my list. But I'm going to choose her over the others.
Yeah, I like that she's a lawyer. She said she's not going to share that, which I think is smart.
Yeah, right.
She made me chuckle when she talked about the American version being a lot nastier, and I just think she means just hard or cutthroat. Or all right, let me see. Oh, I don't know who to pick, Tamika. It is between Luke and Riley for me. That's who I'm trying to decide who I should pick between. Um, uh, Luke's answers were very odd to me. I
Hmm.
don't know why. I don't know. But so I'm going to go with Riley. I
Damn
usually
it.
lean towards women, so I'm going to go with Miss Riley for this.
Damn
Uh,
it. That was my other person.
she's also super, super young, 24 years old, but she said that she's a huge fan. She absolutely loves the show. She seems a little chaotic. Now, she called herself a spaz. She said she's gonna just be truthful about who she is because she could never keep up the lie for the whole entire time. I like that she's aware about that, about herself. I thought that was good. She said no floating. I don't know why she's so against that. That's a proven strategy. Float for a little bit, then start playing. It's 100 days. Like you have a long time. It's a long, 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 long game. She talked about
It's
embracing
not a
her
marathon.
right.
I said
She
it's
talked,
not a sprint, it's a marathon.
yes. She talked about embracing her situational awareness. I like that. She talked about it being adaptable. So out of these three, Miss Riley is giving me a little bit more faith than the other one. I think she's gonna be interesting. That's all I'll say. I just think she's gonna be interesting and not necessarily what I think based off of a photo. So we'll see.
Yeah. She was definitely, it was between her and Bowie for me. So I do. Valid pick. Valid pick. Riley is 24. She will be turning 25 on the
Ooh,
day of the Big Brother move in, which is
really?
exciting.
Aw. I hope they
Yes,
give her a
Riley's
cake.
25. Yes, I hope they do. And she is from Portland, Maine. She is currently living in Nashville. She's a bartender and she is a Leo, of course. And kind of perusing her IG and her TikTok, it looks like she's a bit of a I think living in Nashville. I think she's a musician.
Really?
I
She
think she
sings
has a
or
bit of
plays?
music. Huh?
She sings or
Sings. Yeah,
plays? Okay.
yeah, sings. Um. So yeah, I mean, I agree with you about her answers. Concerning, concerning, concerning.
I like some of them.
But
Some of them are
um,
interesting.
yes. Listen, it, she could be a spaz, and they'd be like, they like it. Never know.
Yes, I hope so.
Never know. So she was definitely, it was between her and Bowie for me, but I did go with more of a hopefully strategic person. I hope than her, but she could be more of a social person. You never know.
Yep, we'll see.
Yeah. Oh my god. Why? I don't want either of these two people.
Oh no, but pick who you think is gonna do better.
Uh, uh, she's jeez. All right. I am. Oof. I'm gonna pick Luke, I guess. And
Okay.
and I'm only picking him in hopes that he is a Turner type, and we're gonna be shocked. I don't know what else to hope for because their answers for both of them were like, I don't know. Red concerns me. He is TikTok famous. Luke
He is
is his,
Red is
yes.
TikTok famous
Uh,
for what does he do
oh
on
God, let me see
TikTok?
if I can pull up.
What's it like?
Yeah, let me see if I can pick TikTok. But let me see. So we do have Luke, who is, and I'll show you. Luke, Luke, who is is a 30-year-old from Weston, Florida. He currently lives in Coral Springs, Florida. He is an illustrator and a Sagittarius.
So
And literally, that is all I have for him. Nobody has found any information about this dude.
really,
L.
he's
Yeah. Uh,
like when she asked him about like
right.
why he was playing, he was like, it seems fun, test of my strength, test of my mental strength. He said he wants to be friendly and act dumb. He's giving me Kyle vibes, although Kyle was a very good player and could have won had he not messed some things up. He was in a very good position in his season, but I I don't think he didn't really give me much about the game. I do not know how much he knows. I feel like it's little to none about the actual game. I don't know. I have no idea what we're going to see in Luke or what he's going to be like. Even his personality or what came through on camera didn't seem like, oh, I want to go talk to him, see what he's about. I was like, I didn't even feel that way. So I guess we'll see how he does. He looks kind of fit, like he could potentially do well in challenges. So I don't know. I don't know. We
I
didn't have a lot.
just, no. And his answers were like, ooh.
Okay.
So I think
So
his
Mr.
TikTok
Red,
is,
he said he likes Big Brother, that he used to watch in the early days, then fell off and then picked it back up. He said he is not a super fan, but he loves Survivor. So I'm like, I hope you don't recognize Mr. Jared. He said basically he wants to fly by the seat of his pants. So I don't know if he has any real strategy. I
yeah.
think that one thing maybe he could have going for him is people might look at him, look at how he dresses, his personality seems chill and laid back and might not take him too seriously, therefore might not worry about him as a threat and might target other people over him unless he somehow
Mm-hmm.
outwardly shows that he could be a big threat. That's what I think about Red. So I was gonna pick him over Luke anyway, because I think that maybe he can hide in the background and go a little bit
Okay.
further, not necessarily be coined as a threat. I like that he shared that he was not a super fan and he's honest about that. Um, so we'll
Right.
see. I heard that though his girlfriend is very young, like graduated
Yes,
high
I heard
school in
20.
13, like 20. I thought she graduated. She's 22. You said
Yes, that's what
2?
I
Oh,
heard.
really? I wanna see what she looks like just because I'm nosy, but, like, that was interesting. I'd like to hear more about her, but Red, we'll see what you got. I think he's gonna be interesting to watch. I don't know how much I'll connect with him personally, but maybe he'll surprise me.
Yeah. So he has 590,000 followers on TikTok and 5.5 million likes. And his name on there is Hillbilly Red. So yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Interesting. I'm gonna have to check out, like, what kind of things he puts out. That's a lot.
It looks mostly like food because I know he does own. He owns a bar.
Oh, okay.
And he works in the bar. So yeah, um, it looks like he's mostly like trying food, like drinks, food, and that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
Well,
I'll
Tamika,
see
bring
his
those teams
girlfriend
back up.
maybe.
We're gonna see how we stack against each other. I'm nervous.
Yeah. Ooh.
So overall, I'm super, super excited about the cast. It's very diverse, very different, very eclectic. It's a much older cast than what we're used to. I really don't feel like we've seen this many people like 30 and up. So I'm really, really excited. I hope that means less like we don't have to worry about bullying or people being petty in that way. I'm hoping for
Hmm.
some good trauma, some rootable villains, some strong strategists. Please come on, Nicole. So I'm
Mhm.
excited. It looks like a good group of people. I'm interested to see like how all these personalities mesh together.
Yeah. So I agree. I like absolutely an eclectic class of cast of people. I do
Mhm.
like what they're mostly bringing to the table. I
Yeah.
do like um, that. I don't feel like I know what the season's going to feel or look like. Right?
Me neither.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, so I'm kind of excited about that. I don't know what they're going to give us on feeds, and I'm hoping they'll be entertaining. I hope it won't be slow, but I don't see how with this like the range of people, the conversations that they're going to have 100 days of just even sharing their life experiences. I can't see how it will be boring.
Yeah. But I feel like I'd run out of stuff to say after 60 days.
Yeah,
Such a long game.
yeah,
So I hope they're all up for the challenge. Oh, I'm excited. A couple
yeah.
more days, one more day, one more sleep.
Yes. So I'm excited. My team is. I'm looking at my team. It's not that
We'll see how they do. Each week we're gonna have to bring it up and see who's losing a team member or whatever. But this is gonna be a fun season. So we have one more sleep, and then we're gonna get to Tamika's going to the finale party. She shared last time, and I'm excited to live vicariously through her because she's gonna give me and us, our audience, all the tea on the finale party or premiere party. Jesus,
premiere
the
party.
premiere party. Yeah. So I'm excited about
So yes, I will be attending the Big Brother premiere party in New York City, where I think most of the cast of Big Brother 24 will be
yeah.
there, along with some other people. Tomorrow they're doing a charity event. I will not be able to attend that one. I do have to work, and I don't know if I can get into the city, in and out of the city by the time, but I'm making the time on Wednesday, so I'm excited for that. So do follow me on all social media platforms, Entertainment in Color on Instagram and TikTok, and Entertainment in Color on Twitter, Facebook, Spill, Threads. But I am going to see if I can go live. I did attend Oz's last premiere party last year for Big Brother and the Challenge USA season one, and I will try to go do like a couple Instagram lives, but it gets loud. So all those people, I will be sitting in VIP, but it gets loud. So if not, I like to just like stand back and record and take pictures and then upload them later. But still, follow me on all my social medias, and you'll see some of the uh, content that I take while I am there. And then next week, I'm so excited. Janelle and I both will be at the Detroit party.
Yeah.
I still gotta book my hotel, but my flight is booked and my ticket is booked. But I'm so excited to fly out to Detroit for that. We haven't seen the attendee list, but I heard it's gonna be good. So I'm excited for that. Detroit, Michigan, well, Michigan period, where the BB winners are made. So that's why if you see Big Brother 25, they ain't no Michigan winners. Michigan still there. So
Yep.
uh, anyway, anything else? Oh, so yeah, so Wednesday is the first episode. Live feeds, I believe, will start that
That's
night.
right.
So I'm excited for that. So Janelle and I will be trying to figure out the schedule because next week we're traveling, and so that's why we tried to just go ahead and do this cast assessment really quickly, and then hopefully we can bring you an episode where I can talk about the premiere party. We can talk about what we see on live feeds and the first couple episodes, and then
Yeah.
we'll be in Detroit next week. So um, that is the plan. Otherwise, Janelle, anything you have going on?
Nope, I'm just hopping on here with you to talk Big Brother, which I'm so excited about. Probably be hopping also over on Silent Podcast for Big Brother. And that's it. On all social media, I'm Janelle Michaud. Run a Big Brother discussion group on Facebook. Hit me up if you'd like to join. But can find me everywhere under my name.
Yeah. And for me, currently recapping Love Island USA, The Bachelorette. This Love Island UK ended today, and we will not be discussing that right now. But Chantel, Francis, and I from Reality Realness will discuss the last week of Love Island UK sometime this week. So you want to make sure you go over to her channel and look out for us to do that. Otherwise, you can follow me here on this channel for Love Island USA, where I do a nightly recap on my no, I'm not doing Mondays anymore, so it'd be Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. And just look up for the schedule because, as I said, I'll be traveling the next couple of weeks, so kind of rearranging my schedule a little bit. But that is what we have for you guys tonight. Thank you for joining us. If you, I don't know, if you're watching after the fact, tell us who you're excited for. Who do you want on your team? Who do you think is going to do well? Who is your winner pick? If you have
Yeah.
one for
Yeah, who are
BB25.
let's pick one for us. Who is your winner pick?
Ooh, I don't know.
Hard. It's so
It's
hard.
hard.
It's
It's
like, do I pick
hard.
who I think I would enjoy seeing winning, or who I think has like a real shot at winning? Like that's what I'm torn between.
So I think let's pick our winner picks after the feeds turn on.
No, that's cheating. We gotta pick them now. You have to go off first impression and gather all the information that we have. I would be well. No, we're picking
Oh,
now. Let's pick now.
it does it have to be on our team, or does it have
No,
it,
you can pick
or can it be
anybody.
anywhere?
Yes.
Oh, jeez. Okay, let's see. Who do I think is my winner pick?
Well, I'm gonna say because I already know. I
Mm-hmm.
really, really, really like close second is honorable mention Nicole. Really love her. I
Okay.
really, really have high hopes for her and everything that she gave me in her interviews. But I'm gonna rock with Jag. There's just something about that guy. I think he's not gonna be as big of an assassin as he thinks he's gonna be because I think he seems so sweet, but I'm gonna go with Jag for my winner pick.
So yeah, so Jag would have been my pick too. So I'm gonna pick somebody else. Oh, okay. I'm gonna be crazy here. So my honorable mention will be Jared.
Okay.
I think he's gonna make it far, but again, based on nothing, I don't know how well he's gonna do. I'm hoping he does well,
Me
but
too. He's gonna do well. We're just gonna claim it, Tamika.
yeah, I'm hoping that I don't know some reason I picked her first, and there was a reason, and I think I'm gonna go with Blue.
No, are you really? Okay. Listen, I, I'm predicting that Blue don't make jury, so we will see if I am right or wrong. She seems, but it was such a very small clip that I saw of her.
Yes,
I need to look for like some other stuff to see if my mind will change, but so far,
she
mm,
listen. She worked as a publicist and talent intern for Sony Pictures. Um, from what I saw, she's very socially so she's like a social media person.
yeah. Because if we
So
can translate that to real people, she
right
might be right.
now, as I said, I think she also is a Big Brother fan as well.
Okay.
So I'm hoping for good things.
Okay.
But literally, you took my winner pick because, like, I think it's Jag too. But I'm gonna go against the grain, and I'm gonna choose the
All right.
alt, and hope the alt makes it far this season.
They have done well, so I
Yeah.
mean, yeah. All right. This was fun.
Yeah. So thank you guys for joining and watching. And yeah, like we will see you sometime this
Next week.
week,
Oh
next
yeah,
week,
this week. Jesus.
sometime
No,
this
you're
week.
right. You're
Yeah,
right.
this week.
I'm ahead of the game.
This week for the, to recap the first episode and the first set of live feeds. So
Oh
I'm
my God, I
excited.
can't
Make sure
wait.
you follow us everywhere to get the information, the tea, the updates. Let's go BB25 season. So
Yes.
thank you and good night, guys. Have a
Good
good
night,
one.
guys.